Well, I bet there's no such fish as a grouper, a darter, a croaker, or a puffer.
Oh, yes, and yes, there is.
Well, all right, then. How about a roach?
Ooh, we've got one of those, too.
Funny about that, so do we. And here he is now, our very own Yves in the Roach.
Bonjour, my petite animal friends. Today, I, Yves Saint Roch, have prepared my most magnificent meal for today's guests, the fish of the world. Since there are so many fish in the sea, I have cooked up a huge meal of kelp casserole, plankton pot roast, and algae arrabbiata. Now all we need are the fish to eat it. Here is the food, the pot roast, the casserole, and the arrabbiata. But where are the fishies? Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
There's no need to shout. We're not deaf. Come on, boys.
What? Sacre bleu fish.
Redfish, bluefish.
Those are two fish.
Candlefish, pike, and scup.
Those are fish ready to give up.
Never.
Look, Stinky, you can guess more later, but right now, Larry's gonna show us more fish.
Oh, I'd be happy to.
Wow, look at those bright colors. What kind of fish is that?
That's a clownfish.
Ah, shucks.
What's wrong, Stinky?
Clownfish was gonna be my next guess.
Oh,
The clownfish is a tropical fish. Many fish from the tropics have bright colors like this.
aren't those bright colors dangerous? It makes the clownfish so easy to see.
Yeah, any bigger fish looking for dinner is gonna go right for this guy.
Oh, the clownfish has a way to protect itself.
Of course, he's a clownfish. He throws custard pies, right?
No, the clownfish protects itself by doing what he's doing there.
Hiding in the seaweed?
That isn't seaweed. That's an undersea creature called a sea anemone. And those things all around the clownfish are tentacles that are filled with poison.
Hey, clownfish, get out of there. It's poison.
No,
Run, go back
Stinky,
to
no.
the circus.
Stinky, relax. The clownfish is immune to the anemone's poison.
Oh, what does immune mean?
Well, it just means the poison doesn't hurt it. The anemone protects the clownfish from bigger fish and gives the clownfish a place to hide while it's hunting for small fish.
I never realized how different fish and sea creatures work together.
Oh, we have to. It's a fish-eat-fish world under the water. Every fish must find a way to protect itself, or it's not going to be around very long.
Larry, I've got it. There couldn't possibly be a fish called a shovelhead.
Sorry, Stinky, but there is.
Well, where do they come up with these names?
Beats the devil out of me. And don't bother guessing, because there is a devilfish and an angelfish, too. These are angelfish.
Where do they live?
In the water.
Good one, Larry.
Oh, sorry, Jig, I couldn't resist. Anyway, angelfish mostly live in the Indian and Pacific Oceans along the coral reef.
Why do they live along the reef?
Well, like a lot of fish, they live inside the reef and use it as shelter. It's a natural barrier that bigger fish can't get past. Reefs are another way we protect ourselves.
This angelfish looks different from the others.
That's true. As angelfish get older, they change their colors and patterns completely. Until recently, scientists thought that the older angelfish and the younger ones were two different species.
Ah, so that's one less species.
True, but there's plenty more species where that came from.
I know. 22,000 more species. Okay, I've got another guess. Roosterfish.
Yep, there's a roosterfish. There's also a hogfish and a Bondor skate.
Oh, Stinky, you can keep trying if you want, but there are so many fish, I don't think you'll ever guess the name that's not a name of a fish.
Yes, there isn't a body of water in the world that isn't filled with fish.
Oh, what about there? I don't see any fish.
Oh, you will. Just wait. There
Wow.
you go.
Look at all those fish.
Yeah, these are called cardinal fish.
Why are they all swimming together like that?
It's called a shoal of fish when they swim together. And for little fish like these, there is safety in numbers.
More eyes to watch out for danger, right?
Right. If a bigger fish does show up, you're always safer in a group. There's a good chance he'll grab the fish next door and not you.
Hey, that's a starfish.
Oh, that's right, Stinky. And like the jellyfish, it's technically not a fish because it does not have a backbone.
Well, how do starfish protect themselves? They don't seem to move too fast.
They sure don't. They can only crawl very slowly across the bottom of the sea. But But starfish are covered with spines that make them an unappetizing meal for most fish. And if some fish does take a bite, the starfish has a special talent called regeneration.
What's regurgitation?
No. Regeneration.
Oh.
It just means that the starfish can grow back body parts. So, if they lose an arm and there's enough left, they can grow it back.
Well, you've got to admit, Stinky, fish are more interesting than you thought.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna try to guess a name that's not a fish. Smelt, snook, sturgeon, ling?
Those are all fish.
I want Larry to sing.
Oh, well, gosh, I'd be delighted.
And now here's Larry singing the fish song.
The pearlfish and the ocean pop, the rockling and the rainbow trout, Tondori and the stickleback piranha and the amberjack, the grayling and the jarraky, the paddlefish and anchovy. All the types of fishes found in rivers, lakes, or in the sea.
All the types of fishes found in rivers, lakes, or in the sea.
Let's see now. Yes. The swordtail and the coolie loach, the swordfish and the common roach, the barbel and the ladyfish, the smelt and other babyfish, and then the European hake or football fish, for goodness sake. All the types of fishes found in river, sea, or in the lake.
All the types of fishes found in rivers, sea, or in the lake.
Bluefish, redfish, glowfish, hogfish, ratfish, shrimpfish, catfish, dogfish, wolffish, snailfish, clingfish, ricefish, all of us exceeding nice fish. Frogfish, bedfish, billfish, stonefish, garfish, cavefish, hagfish, bonefish, houndfish, spadefish, whalefish, oarfish. Don't forget my friend the ballfish.
Bullfish?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, this small relative of the dory has a deep, laterally compressed body. The head is pointed with a small sort of... Still, there's fishes by the score. I know of 20,000 more. All the types of fishes found in rivers, lakes, in Ecuador.
Ecuador?
Couldn't find a fishy name to rhyme with 20,000 more.
We couldn't find a fishy name to rhyme with 20,000 more.
Great song, Larry.
Yeah, but I still haven't finished guessing.
Oh, go ahead, Stinky. Give it your best shot.
Okay, par, perch, and porgy.
Those are not only fish, those are my attorneys.
And now it's time for...
Animal awards! Today we see which of these fish is the ugliest.
Oh, hey, speaking of ugly fish, have you ever seen my cousin Horace?
Well, is he a fish?
No. But boy, is he ugly.
As I was saying, which of these is the ugliest fish? Is it
The sturgeon.
the grouper?
It's ugly. The toadfish.
Ooh. Or the salmon?
And the winner is...
The toadfish! Congratulations, toadfish! Winner of today's Animal Award!
and almost as ugly as my cousin Horace.
Drumfish, filefish, bonefish.
Fish, fish, fish.
Why don't you take a break, Stinky? It's time for a story about what else? Fish. Once upon a time, there was an anglerfish named Alan. Now, Alan liked to hide in the sand. One day, he hid for so long, he got stuck. Yoo-hoo! Hello! Anybody out there? Help me, I'm stuck! He called, waving his dendrite. But nobody heard him. So Alan took things into his own fins. He wriggled and pushed for a while. And then when that didn't work, he pushed and wriggled. He flapped his fins and he finned his flaps, but still he couldn't budge. Then Alan stopped struggling and started thinking, I like being here, he said to himself, so why am I trying to move? When he couldn't think of an answer, he decided to stay where he was. So Alan the anglerfish stayed stuck in the sand and lived happily ever after. The end.
Great story, Jay.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. But you know what, Larry? I give up. I'm never gonna think of a name that's not the name of a fish.
Oh, come on, Stinky. Give it one more try.
Oh, all right. Skunkfish.
Gee, there is no such fish as a skunkfish.
Huh? I did it! Jake!
What?
I did it!
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought of a name. There's no skunkfish!
Yeah, that was real good, Stinky. It was swell meeting you. I better go.
Well, what's the matter with Larry?
Well, Stinky, Larry was so proud of all the different kinds of fish in the sea, but there is no skunkfish.
Oh, and now he feels like he let all his fish buddies down. Well, this is awful. I gotta do something.
Well, what can you do?
Well, don't you worry. When I put my mind to something, it stays put.
Oh, yeah, I got my favorite trunks on, I got my favorite towel, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, Armstrong, where are you going? It's habitat time.
Correction, it's sauna time.
No.
Excuse me,
You can always go to the sauna, but you can't always go to Lake Tanganyika.
Oh, Tanganyika.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, good. So, is this the place that has all those fish?
You got it, Armstrong. There are millions.
Really? Whoa! Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Wait a minute. Those aren't fish.
You're right. They're otters. Otters eat fish. In fact, they're just about the only mammals who are able to catch the tricky cichlid fish. Oh, and there are some barracuda cichlids with their babies.
Look at them all. Wow, 20.
Cichlids are very good parents. They guard their little fish called fry until the fry are old enough to survive on their own. Oh, you can stop counting now, Armstrong. That's not a fish, but a shore crab.
Whoa, hey, where'd he go? Did I scare him?
I don't think it was you. Oh, but that cormorant. He's looking for cichlid fry to eat. And they're hiding.
I guess the cormorant didn't see him.
No, they were too smart for him. Way to go, cichlids! There are more than 200 species of cichlids in Lake Tanganyika. They've evolved so that they eat different things. That means they don't have to fight each other for food. For example, some eat algae, while others hunt for food.
10, and then, let's see, that'd be 1,010,000, and then, oh wait. All right, there's 1,437,324.
Oh,
And then one.
no, Armstrong, don't count that crocodile. He's not a fish.
Okay, so that's 3,457,229. Well, Bunny, I think I counted all the fish in that lake.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Whoa! Hey, the one that got away.
For habitat time, it's Bunny Bear.
Oh, and Armstrong the chicken hawk.
Just back from Lake
Tanganyika.
Well, that's all we have time for today, but I'd like to thank our special guest, Larry the Fish. Aw, cheer up, Larry.
Yeah, cheer up, Lair.
Stinky? Are you a...
That's right. I'm a skunkfish.
Then there is a skunkfish. I didn't let all the other fish down.
No.
Well, I love a happy ending, so until next time, remember to keep on seeing the world through the eyes of animals.